Court will come to order. It is Monday, September the 12th, 2022, 9 o'clock in the morning. Kirk County Commissioners Court is now in session. And if you would, please stand for the prayer and pledge, which will be led by Commissioner Letts.
Dear Lord, we'd like to thank you for being in all of our hearts and helping guide us through our daily activities. I'd like to ask you to watch over this court today and help us with our deliberations. Lord, we're still in a very bad drought in this area, and if you could send us some rain, we'd really appreciate that. I ask these things in Christ's name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. If everyone would please silence your phones or turn them off so they don't interrupt the proceeding. And with that, we go to public input, which is the beginning of every regular court meeting. And we ask you to limit your remarks to 3 minutes. Mr. Knoller, I see you've come up.
Yes, sir. Gary Knoller, 140 Ray Drive, Center Point, here with the Veterans Service Advisory Committee. We're seated over here. We really had two things very briefly this morning. The first one was to extend our appreciation to the Commissioners Court for the funding of the Veterans Service Office and the staff in that office. We appreciate your recognition of the importance of what the Veterans Service Office does, how they improve the lives of veterans and other citizens of Kerr County. And to be able to have the funding level to really get things done in there that need to get done is heartwarming to us, and we're very appreciative of that, and we want to give you thanks for seeing that need and filling that need. Secondly, you may be aware of recently a passage of a law that was called the PACT Act. Basically, it has a lot to do with veterans who've been exposed to toxic substances, such as Agent Orange in Vietnam, or the burning oil wells in the Persian Gulf War, or the trash pits that had toxic materials in them, and the effect that those vapors and fumes and chemicals had on the health of veterans. We expect that that's going to increase the load of veteran service officers across the United States, because that has the potential of affecting literally millions of veterans who have never filed a claim before, or who may be able to upgrade a claim, a previous claim. And we see that Jenna here in the office may see increased workload, and there's a potential out there to get some volunteer help for her, particularly through one of the colleges, either Schreiber University or Alamo colleges, a student on work study. We're supportive of that idea, and we would like to ask the commissioners, if you have the opportunity to act on that you support that initiative also. And that's basically all we have this morning.
Thank you very much. Any other public input? There being none, we'll go to Commissioners' comments and start with Precinct 1.
Don't have anything.
2, 3.
I'll just mention that the burn ban is currently lifted for my precinct, and I think most of the county. But it may not stay lifted for a whole lot longer if we don't get some rain, and the forecast does not look too good. So there's a lot of green grass right now, but there's also a lot of dry grass and dry material. So be very careful if you do burn. It is lifted for the time being, but I'm not sure how much longer.
I told somebody the other day to enjoy it while you can if you're burning, because it might be short term. One thing I do want to mention, the Ingram Volunteer Fire Department's have an open house on Saturday, raffle tickets, they usually have a bake sale and stuff, and just look around the station and help them out a little bit with the donations. So I encourage it. It'll happen. It'll be all day long, I believe. That's it.
Very good. Then let's move on to the consideration agenda. Items 1.1, consider, discuss, and take appropriate action on a request from Hill Country Crisis Council to use the courthouse lawn for the month of October for Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Suzanne Tumler.
Hi, Judge. Thank you. Yeah, every year we decorate the courthouse for the month of October, or like for the last 10 years that in my tenure. And we're just wanting to do that again. It usually just consists of the trees with ribbon tied around them. We do a few signs along the front sidewalks. Yes, that's right. Probably that's how I do it. And then We decorate the gazebo in some form or fashion, and without any nails or anything that gets into any of the wood. But yeah, we're just hoping to do that again.
Move for approval.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to approve the Hill Country Crisis Council using the courthouse lawn for the month of October for Domestic Violence Awareness Month, as usual.
Thank you so much.
Any discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item is 1.2, Curve 4-H, introduction of the Gold Star Award winners, Commissioners Court Adult and Youth Award winners, as well as an introduction of our youth intern for the 22-23 year. Jennifer Smith.
Good morning. So we are very excited to be here today because we have just a few of our award winners from our 2021-2022 year. And I guess you can say at least two of these are at the highest awards you can get. So I'm going to just introduce them and kind of tell them, a little bit about what they've done, and so we'll go from there. So the first one that I would like to announce is a couple that have 100% helped us out. They are always available. They've led West Kerr Club for many years, and they have helped us with our wild game dinner, and just never say no to us. There's just great people. So that's Amber and Sam Burris.
Thank you.
They are our Commissioner's Court Adult Leader Award winners. So, the next one is our Commissioner Court Youth winner, and Maggie Rector. She is a senior at Ingram, and she is not only involved in 4-H but FFA as well. And she is very knowledgeable in a lot of natural resources. She has gone to state competitions with FFA, and she's been a big part of our county council, and just everything that a young leader should be is Maggie Rector. So she is our award winner for this year for the Commissioner Court Award.
You know what I kind of interrupt. Sorry to interrupt.
No problem.
But I think it's important. Y'all know we are on YouTube, and I think the people need to see these winners.
Absolutely.
And so what I'd like to do is let's go back to the beginning
Sure.
with the Burrises, and each one go to the podium and just state your name and the award that you won. You don't have to say anything else, but the public needs to know you. This is important.
I agree.
That's right.
Good idea.
All right.
And then we'll do them one after the
Amber
other.
and Sam.
Yeah.
I want to come on up.
Amber, you need
I
to
know you
talk
don't want the
about that.
attention. It's important that people know who are really contributing to make this community better.
I'm Amber Burris,
And the award you won?
the Commissioner's Court Adult Award.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I will also add that they were big help with the Ingram FFA when I was there. So
Thank you
they're
very
all
much.
around.
And now we had Ms. Rector.
Maggie Rector was next. Yeah.
You don't have to give a speech, just tell us your name and the award you won.
My name is Maggie Rector, and I won the Commissioner's Court Youth Award.
Congratulations.
Okay, so I will go ahead and bring these two up. So Lizzie Scales and Samuel Hall. So in 4-H, there are a lot of awards that youth can apply for. But the highest honor that a 4-H youth can get would be our Gold Star. And that's actually a nationally recognized award. And only a certain amount per county, and we are allowed to have two in Kerr County. And so Lizzie Scales and Samuel Hall were awarded the Gold Star this year. And just to tell a little bit about these two, Lizzie Scales is a senior at Tybee, and she is 100% dedicated to 4-H. I mean, she has gone from not wanting to talk to people to she'll get up here and give you a whole speech. So she has come a long way, just since I've been here. So, in Samuel Hall, he is 100% dedicated to 4-H. I mean, he is robotics, he's horse club. He is, STEM, he's a STEM ambassador for the state, 4-H. So, the two really just, they are 4-H inside and out. So, Lizzie Scales and Samuel Hall are our gold star.
I'm Samuel Hall.
You need to stand in front of the camera so people can see you.
There you go.
Go ahead, Lizzie. I'm Lizzie.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Good job, guys.
And those are just a few of our awards. I think if I calculated right, we gave 23 awards to numerous amount of kiddos and adults this year. So, and that was at our awards banquet in August. So, the other thing we're here to announce is that we have, I don't know if it's our first one, but it's the first one since I've been here, an intern. It's a youth intern that works in our office. We've partnered with Tybee, and she actually does this for her class. And so she comes every day and learns what it is to be in the extension world, and she's putting together programs. She actually pretty much organized our Big Bash, which was our introduction event, our information night. So she's already has dove in and is doing a great job. So Lizzie Scales is our youth intern for this year. So she'll be with us until May.
I'm Lizzie Scales, and I'm the intern.
So thank y'all for allowing us to come in and introduce just a few of our great 4-H people.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
Sure.
Bring them up here?
Yeah. Why don't y'all come up here and then
We'll just put them in between us somewhere?
Yeah, just leave
Just
them
come
in.
in.
The tall people in the back.
Well, we know where Lizzie's going to be.
She's right up front.
Just come on up here. Just stand up closer to the bench.
There we go.
Everybody in?
Yep, come on, Sam.
Yeah.
Smile, man.
Let's try to get it fanned out.
I have no problem saying we got
Can you teach the commissioners how to give a speech like you just did?
Sure. Go for it.
About 4 words.
Oh no, it's
not in anybody's face.
Everybody's face.
It's okay?
It's okay, yes.
All right.
Oh, of course I took video.
Well,
that's good.
I
You
get
caught it all.
Congratulations. Thank you very much.
appreciate it.
That concrete done. Jennifer, my daughter was way back, was an intern
yeah.
when they had it.
We're really excited. She's doing a great job so far.
Good.
I want to put in plug October 1st is walk-in dinner. So put it on your calendar.
What's the date again?
October 1.
October 1st,
Very good.
walk-in dinner. Forest walk-in dinner.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is something I overlooked in public input. I have a request from Ebony Brown to make an announcement. I overlooked that. I apologize.
No, I'm sorry. It's my first one, so next time I'll know better. Good morning, everyone. My name is Ebony Brown, and I'm the Visitors Experience and Outreach Director for the Salvation Army Croc Center. And we have a couple community events that are coming up, and I would like to announce that to Kerr County and the Kerr County Commissioners Court and employees. So one of our goals at the Croc Center is to be a place of community where people can come together. With that in mind, we have 3 major events coming up that we believe are great opportunities to accomplish this goal. September 22nd, we have our 35th annual Circle Service at the Arcadia Live. This is our annual fundraiser to benefit our social service and Boys and Girls Club programs. It will feature comedian Dustin Nickerson, singer Mike Weaver of Big Daddy Weave, and a guest appearance from Brad Fogarty from The Chosen. October 21st, we are completing our contract to host the premier brass band of the Salvation Army in the Southern Territory at the Callow Theater. More information to come. October 29th, we are hosting our annual Harvest Festival and Pumpkin Run at the Salvation Army Crop Center. There will be games, bounce houses, hay rides, and food vendors from 11 to 3 p.m. And the majority of the attractions are free of charge. We would like to thank you in advance for all of your support as we continue to seek to build community in Kerrville. We do also ask if Jody, if I were able to send information to her monthly of things coming up, and she can send it out to Kerr County employees.
Jody does everything.
Oh, okay. Well, I know that I need y'all's permission for her to do that as well. So
Sure.
that would be something we can do. I can send that to her anytime we have something coming up, and she can send it out to you guys. We also have free crop memberships for first responders. So that will always be good to send maybe like quarterly to your employees as well. That's it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm sorry I overlooked you.
No, thank you.
I'm going to call item 1.3, which is consider, discuss, and take appropriate action to approve the FY23 budget for Kerr 9/11. Mark Del Toro.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners. Thank you for having me here. In accordance with the Texas Health and Safety Code, Chapter 772, Subchapter D, I respectfully request your approval on my presented FY 2023 budget as it is before you. In this budget, I'm projecting a decrease of 1.58% in my overall revenue. A slight increase in payroll. My operations, which is PSAP operations, 911 centric, there's a big change in there because 2 items have been removed from the current budget, but that has been shifted to the capital budget due to grants that are anticipated to be received this year. And everything else has seen all the ancillary parts of the budget, just minor changes.
Okay, I move for approval.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to approve the Kerr 9/11 budget, FY23 budget. Any discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous. Thanks, Mark.
Thank you, sir.
We appreciate it. Okay, we've got a timed item, which is, we're running a little late. That's item 1.4, consider, discuss, and take appropriate action to adopt the same fees as fiscal year 21-22 for services by the offices of the sheriff and constables, and that the county clerk be authorized to submit same to the state comptroller not later than October 15 of this year. And there have been no recommended changes by the sheriff or the constables. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. Ms. Dowdy.
I'm just seeking the approval as presented.
Move for approval.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to approve adopting the same fees as fiscal year 21-22 for the services of the Office of Sheriff and Constables, and authorize the clerk to send it to the comptroller. Any discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous, 5-0. Okay, next item is 1.5. Consider, discuss, and take appropriate action to approve a request for proposal, an RFP, for a new countywide communication system for the Kerr County Sheriff's Office and volunteer fire departments, and authorize the county clerk to publish notice of this RFP. Ms. Putnam.
Yes, we finally have this all together. I put a copy on your desk. There is some pending format things to be done on that. However, the wording's all there. It's been released and approved by GrantWorks, and I am asking you to approve release for this on Wednesday to be in the paper and out in the public, pending final approval from our county attorney, who still needs to double check it.
I move for approval.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to approve the RFP. And this is a long process. It'll probably be November before we finally wrap up this process, mid to late November. And this begins the actual formal RFP process, which means we no longer have communications with the bidders. So, any other discussion?
The only comment, Noel?
Yes.
Thanks. I know you spent a lot of time on this. Every time I've been down to your office recently, you've been buried in this paperwork, so I appreciate you and
Yes.
Brentworth getting this put together. It's complicated, but something we really need.
And for the public, hold this up. This is 99 pages, printed front and back, and it's about at least a half-inch thick. It is quite a proposal.
It is very technical, but it's taken a while to get here through the help of the sheriff's office and numerous other people. We've gotten it together, and we're ready to go forth and just move this along.
And also make sure that the public understands, we're working with GrantWorks, who's handling this for us, and they will be guiding us through this entire process. So, with that, we've got a motion and a second.
I have a question. Has this already been published? Or
No. It'll be published
This
Wednesday.
will be published on Wednesday upon approval.
Subject to county attorney.
It's asking for the clerk to publish notice. Is that still correct, or
Yes.
is that?
I actually, that's what I sent you on Thursday. I've actually already done that, pending
As
approval.
a reservation? Okay, so
Yes,
I just
so
need to
you
know.
don't need to worry about
I
that.
don't need to, okay, thank you.
Sure.
Okay, those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous. Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on to item 1.6, consider, discuss, and take appropriate action to approve a contract with the Diedrich Center and allow the county judge to sign same.
She's not able to be here. She was asked if you would consider the item.
Okay. This is just routine, we do it every year.
I move for approval.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous. Move on to item 1.7, consider, discuss, and take appropriate action on a request by Hill Country Dispute Resolution Center to renew the contract with Kerr County to provide mediation services in Kerr County and for funding. And this is routine, we do it every year.
I move for approval.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous. Item 1.8, consider, discuss, and take appropriate action to extend the current interlocal agreement between Kerr County and the City of Kerrville for the provision of animal control services with the City of Kerrville and services of the Bud Holdsworth Memorial Library for residents of Kerr County. Mr. Letts.
Yes, I put this on the agenda. We talked about it in the executive session, the contract negotiations, I don't know, several months ago. And it just seems to me that there are some issues with this contract from the standpoint of service and things, but with the bond issue pending, if the bond issue passes, that's going to have one set of directions as to how we handle that portion of the agreement. If it doesn't pass, it's going to have another set of issues. So there's some issues there that also issues, I think, with the library agreement, but it just seems to me it makes sense to move forward, extend it for the time being, and then renegotiate it once we know what direction we're going.
This just maintains the status quo.
It maintains the status quo. I believe the county attorney and the city attorney had both looked at it. That's my comment. I'll make a motion to approve.
Second. Got a motion and a second to approve renewing the contract with the City of Kerrville to provide for the animal control services and allow the citizens of Kerr County to use the library services. Because we've had this in place now for what, 4 or 5 years?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Been that long?
Commissioner Moser did it.
Yeah. I don't think it's any secret. I've never really been a big fan of the agreement, but I understand what's in works here. This is proposal is for 2 years. I'd rather see it go for 1 year, and then look at it down the road, maybe renegotiate or something.
I don't have a huge problem with that. Our preference would be 2 years, but I can live with 1 year.
Well, we've got a motion and a second on 2, so we're going to amend the motion or?
I'll amend the motion to 1 year.
And seconds, okay. So it'd be a 1-year contract.
Yeah.
Any other discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous? Okay. I got to do this, Mary, I'm sorry. Believe it or not, we've got timed items for 9:30, 9:45, 11 at 10 o'clock. So I got to switch all the way over here to item 1.27, which is to consider, discuss, and accept certification of unopposed candidates. No, I can't do that either because they're not here. 110?
Right.
Okay. Item 110 is consider, discuss, and take appropriate action regarding subdividing 4.27 acres in undivided interest ownership without plat requirements as permitted by the exception to the regulations rule. Mark and Jennifer Newman.
Good morning, gentlemen. Thank you all for putting this on the agenda for this morning. We were actually reached out to late last week on Friday by the county, Mr. Hastings.
Engineer, county engineer.
He was, yeah, and he was actually informing us how we could go through this. We're just seeking approval to make sure we go through this process with him and Mr. Vogel, the county surveyor, to make sure we can come back and bring the agenda back to y'all to see if we can get it approved at a later time. Work that process to get it separated. What we have to do basically is we have to get the septic inspected, get a water public approval through our accessibility, and then bring it back for the plating, just to make sure the plating process goes correctly. And we just wanted to make sure that we got approval to get that process going through Mr. Hastings as well.
So if I understand the situation, you're working with the county engineer and you'll come back with whatever he recommends?
Yes, sir. We're working on that right now. We
Okay.
reached out to him, and he reached back to us late Friday. We were unable to get a hold of to try to get this off the agenda, but we appreciate it. We're just seeking the approval to make sure we move forward with this process and bring it back to you for the plat approval later on.
Well, we don't have anything to take action today.
No.
But
Just input.
Okay.
I know Charlie's
Thank
been
you.
working with
Thank you.
you.
Yes, sir.
Big
Yeah,
time.
we appreciate it. Thank you all for getting us on the agenda. We're sorry to take up your time and sorry for any inconvenience this taken.
Okay.
No problem.
Appreciate
Thank you.
it, sir. Appreciate it.
Now, part of the problem is I've got my tax assessor collector and collections head here, and you've got a couple items on the agenda that we're going to take some time. So I'm going to release you to go back to your offices.
After we ran down the hall.
I apologize.
Have you looked at me trying to run?
You needed the exercise, Bob.
Thank you, Commissioner.
You did well. Okay, we'll take the time item at 9:30, which is 1.9, to consider, discuss, and take appropriate, take action to authorize the county judge to sign certifications for the Texas Department of Transportation grant and routine airport maintenance program, and to designate Mary Rohr as the airport manager representative for grant purposes. Ms. Rohr.
Hey, good morning. Thank you very much for giving me some time this morning. The request is for what's called a RAMP grant, which is what we've worked on pretty much for a long-standing program here at the airport that's funded by TxDOT. It's a $100,000 grant, of which 50% is paid by TxDOT, 25% is funded by the city, and 25% is funded by the county. So it's a grant that helps us do our maintenance out at the airport, which includes airside safety, nav aids and lighting, pavement management, repairs, and gates. So again, it's a 50-50 TxDOT local. The document that I'm having you sign would be this one that basically would then provide me as being the agent to sign the documents and submit the grants and the payments into the e-grant system at TxDOT for fiscal year 2023.
Move for approval.
Second. Got a motion and a second to approve certifications for the Texas Department of Transportation grant and routine airport maintenance program, and to designate Mary Rohr as the airport manager representative for grant purposes. Any discussion?
This program we've been doing for years. I guess my only question, I don't recall doing this in the past. Is it done every once in a while?
Yeah, it's done every once in a while, and I think we're just making sure we're getting all of our signatures in place on all of our grants. There's been a lot of changes in TxDOT, so they've changed processes, so we're just going to go through all the motions and get everybody's right. Yeah, me too.
We've been doing the same grant for several years.
Thank you very much.
Oh, we haven't taken the vote, have we?
Oh.
Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to call item 1.11, which is to consider, discuss, and take appropriate action to adopt the elected officials' salaries. Ms. Shelton.
Yes, these were passed out this morning. These are the salaries that have been published in the newspaper. It is, which is a requirement of the local government code. The amounts are included in the 22-23 budget that was adopted on 8/29/22. We're just asking that these salaries be adopted as presented.
I move for approval.
Judge, sorry, this is a 9:45.
I know.
I'll second.
We've got a motion and a second to approve the proposed salaries for elected officials as published in the newspaper.
Now, just so everybody knows, I'm denied the raise, I don't want it. So, if that affects changing something for the newspaper or something else, you have to do that because I'm not taking it.
There's a local government code on that, so I'll have to review it and see.
I've done it before, so,
I'm aware of that too, yeah. Thank you.
okay.
I think my recollection is it's posted, but you can refuse it.
You can refuse it and then it stays in the budget
Stays in
and
the
goes
budget.
someplace else.
Right.
Okay, I just want to make sure it's not going to, that the last legislature didn't change something that I'm unaware of, that's all.
For those at home, we have some private whispering here in the courtroom, trying to figure out if we can legally do it this way.
I wasn't going to mention it, but it's on the agenda,
But you
so, yeah, but I did, just to make sure I don't
But
screw
we need
something
to
up.
get our county auditor comfortable with the process that we're doing here.
County attorney says it's okay.
Okay,
All right.
so any other discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous, 5-0. We're going to take a break. It's going to be a long break, I apologize, but this is just the time.
Do you want me to get Bob back?
I hate to run him down the hall again.
We jump ahead
I
to,
repeat, he needs
Huh?
the exercise.
We can go to sheriff's item, starting at like 128.
yeah, we can
Okay.
knock the sheriff stuff out.
So Bob, stay where you are. I know you're watching. Let's move on to item 128. These are the untimed items, specifically timed items. We have to take them at the time that they're called. So this one is to consider, discuss, and take appropriate action to surplus a 2015 Chevrolet Tahoe with 135,000 miles and a bad transmission for a trade sale to Enterprise Fleet.
Yes, Judge and Court, I'm just looking for permission to do away with this Tahoe. Let me kind of give you an update. This is my third one with a bad transmission. Well, we've got 8 Tahoes sitting there at the dealership waiting right now, waiting for the infamous chip. So it's just really not cost effective to repair this one. You know, who knows the cost, and we can find the transmission. The only thing it does, I'm down to 1 spare unit, which is kind of hurting us a little bit. My goal probably is to hold 5 of these back when we do get our new unit, just because of the way we're going through them with what I call deer season coming up. So anyway, just kind of looking for y'all's permission to be able to go ahead and disregard this one.
Move for approval.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to approve surplusing the 2015 Chevrolet Tahoe in the Sheriff's Department, Sheriff's Office. Any discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous. Now, Sheriff, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to call 129, 1.29 through 1.35, and I'm going to call them off individually. This is to consider, discuss, and take appropriate action to approve the interlocal agreement for jail services between Kerr County and 29 is Ector County, 30 is Real County, 31 is Tom Green County, 32 is Kendall County, 33 is Medina County, 34 is Edwards County, and 35 is the City of Ingram.
Okay, I'm looking for the court's approval to be able to approve this interlocal agreement where we'll be raising the price to $65, which will help us tremendously on all these, other than the city. All the city, Kerrville, and Ingram will stay at our current rate of 50. So all the other ones will go to 65. I don't know if we need to do that separate, Judge, or not.
Well,
The city of Kerrville wasn't listed.
No, Kerrville's not, but Ingram's the last one.
Ingram is. Are they part of the deal that's not getting raised?
Correct.
Okay.
But this is
Maybe
just to, I'm sorry, this is just to confirm the deal, this isn't to set a price.
Correct, okay.
But it includes a price, right?
Includes the price.
These are interlocal agreements, so let me just clarify.
Okay.
Items 1.29 through 1.34 with these counties, and I'll name the counties again, because they're all exactly the same, and they're going to raise the daily rate at the jail to $65, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's Ector County, Real County, Tom Green County, Kendall County, Medina County, and Edwards County. And those are all identical interlocal agreements.
Correct.
Okay, so that's what we're voting on. We're not voting on 135. We'll deal with that one separately. Okay, any discussion? We need a motion, I
I make a
guess.
motion to approve items 129 through 134.
Right.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to approve the interlocal agreement for jail services for the counties that we named as presented. Any discussion?
Sheriff, just for the public's knowledge, this is raising it from what to 65?
From $50 to $65, which will be a pretty significant.
Per day?
Yeah.
Good. Good for them to know.
Yeah, good deal.
It costs more to feed them, isn't it?
That is.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot. It's went way up. It's all.
So we've got a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Okay. All of those interlocal agreements are approved. Let's deal with 135, which is to consider, discuss, and take appropriate action to approve the interlocal agreement between Kerr County and the city of Ingram for jail services. The city of Kerrville is not on this one, right?
Correct, sir.
But it will be the same as what we're doing with Ingram.
Yes, sir.
And that is to keep it at the $50 a day.
Yes, sir.
Move for approval.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to approve the interlocal agreement with the city of Ingram. And any other discussion? Those in favor, raise a hand. Unanimous. And just to wrap you up, Sheriff, we've got 136. 1.36 is to consider, discuss, and take appropriate action to approve submission of a grant application for the Office of the Governor for Bullet-Resistant Shield Grant Program.
Yes. Yeah, I'm looking for your approval. Lieutenant Scott Gage was going to submit this one, but I think I have enough information to get us by. We're looking to submit this grant from the governor's office. It's called the Rifle Resistant Ballistic Shield Grant. Because of what happened in Uvalde, there's a lot of additional funding going to be out there for equipment and training. We're going to go after it. Right here, we're looking at this grant right at $180,000 to be able to put ballistic vests in each unit. So what I say, the money's kind of there. We just have to complete the grant. We're 3/4 way through. The issue with this one, the deadline is 9/19. So we've got to get after it. So just looking for y'all's approval, and we will complete the grant submittal.
I move for approval.
Second.
Part of that also is there's a resolution that Noel prepared that needs to be signed.
Here you go.
Yeah, we got it right here. And so this would be to approve that resolution?
Yes, sir. It's required to submit the grant.
Okay.
That's required for all these,
Yes.
for everything that comes here after, from the state?
The office of the governor, they always require within the portal for you to upload a resolution that says you have permission to approve the grant. You're agreeing to provide matching funds. You're agreeing to, if a misuse of funds, you'll reimburse. It's pretty much the standard for every time you apply for a grant through the office of the governor.
Those were clarifying remarks from our grant administrator, Noel Putnam. Public was unable to see her. When you ask questions, you need to go to the podium. So, no, it's okay.
Okay.
We've got that. But that was just clarification that this is the process for applying for a grant.
And there's a couple of other things on there for the specific grant. The second and third one is more specific towards this grant, towards the alert training and policy, making sure that we have the policy, active shooter policy.
So we have a motion and a second?
Yes.
Any other discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous. Thanks, Sheriff.
Thank you.
Now, this gets a little bit more complicated, and all of this, what we're doing now is we're dancing around on this agenda because there are specifically timed items. And normally, we'd be taking item 1.26, Bob, which is set for 10:05, which deals with the tax rate for the Lake Ingram Estates Road District. But we're not going to be able to do that until 10:05. So we'll skip down to the next one that you have on the agenda, which is not timed, which is item 1.27, consider, discuss, and take and accept certification of unopposed candidates and issue an order declaring unopposed candidates elected. This Bob Reeves.
I've caught my breath, Commissioner, for your concern. 2 letters. Yes, in your backup material, pursuant to section 2.056 of the Texas Elections Code, you will see a list of the county offices which are unopposed in the November 8th election. County Judge Robert Kelly, County Court at Law Susan Harris, District Clerk Dawn Lance, County Clerk Jackie J.D. Dowdy, County Treasurer Tracy Soldan, County Surveyor Lee C. Vocal, Commissioner Precinct Number 2 Rich Paces, Commissioner Precinct 4 Don Harris, JP Precinct 1 Mitzi French, JP Precinct 2 J.R. Honey, JP Precinct 3 Kathy Mitchell, Constable Precinct Number 3 Paul Gonzalez. I have certified that they are unopposed, and at this time I ask the court to accept my certification, issue an order declaring these unopposed and elected. Their names will appear on the ballot in a separate line stating such.
Move for approval.
Second. There's a motion and second to approve the unopposed candidates as declaring them as elected. Any discussion? Rich, did you know you were going to get elected today?
Well, I
Okay. If there's no discussion, those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bob. We'll bring you back at 10:05. I apologize. That's 3 trips down the hall today.
I think he's staying.
Well, we're going to take a break. At 1.37 is the last untimed item, which is consider, discuss, and take appropriate action to authorize the treasurer to pay out employee comp time balances on September 30, the last pay date for the fiscal year. That was Ms. Solon, but, well, that's pretty routine.
Well, it's,
And there will be, we'll need to, after y'all discuss it here, once we go into executive session, there, I think a couple of supervisors who wanted to talk about specific employees and their balances. So we'll need to visit about it, about specific employees in executive session, but you can do that within part now since we have a little bit of time.
Well, are we approving the treasurer to go ahead and pay these comp time balances out?
no, not all of them.
Okay. Well,
I don't think anyway.
can we take action on this?
Well, I can give a little bit of the background of why it's on the agenda, why it's a little different. Our policy has 2 things when it comes to comp time. One is that anything over, I hope I have this right, over 60 hours is supposed to be paid the following pay period. Well, somehow that has not been done a lot. And then the other part of the policy is keep from carrying over and building large balances. Our policy says you pay it off in the first pay period after October 1. Well, it doesn't make a lot of sense. It ought to be paid off. Our policy, it should say the last pay period of the current fiscal year, because basically you're paying at a higher rate than you should if we would do it in the next fiscal year. So that's the overall reason for it being on the agenda. And then there are some offices that have requests for specific employees for various reasons to be able to carry their comp time in the next year, and it will be used but not paid out, and do the things that are already scheduled. And those are the ones I think we'll talk about individually in executive session.
Well, let me make sure I understand. What's on the agenda says to consider, discuss, and take appropriate action to authorize the treasurer to pay out employee comp time balances on September 30th.
That is,
and what that, in effect, what I hear you telling me is we're actually changing our policy because it says the first pay period, what our current policy is, it would be paid in October rather than September, which would include that 5% wage adjustment that we put in there. Correct. So we'd be paying it on a higher amount. So the people that got the comp time would actually be paying more than what they were under contract with us at the time that they earned the comp time.
Correct.
So this is really kind of a policy revision.
It's a, I visited with
just
the
a one-time
treasurer. I
correction?
think it's a one-time for us because I think our policy needs a whole lot of revision.
Okay. So this is a one-time correction.
One-time correction, but there are some exceptions to the request.
And if I may, Judge, this list is how it stood, I think the last pay period. There's still another pay period that will come into effect, so we're gonna pay it off after the last pay period before the very last pay period, if that makes sense. We'll be paying the balances at that point.
Well, in effect, so the public knows what we're doing. Your office and the treasurer's office are going to coordinate getting people their comp time paid out on the very last day of this fiscal year and not carry it over to next year.
It will be the pay period that ends, I believe, on the 26th. The pay date is on the 30th. It may be the 25th. So it will be paid out at the last time that we can pay it out to get it in the current fiscal.
But so that people understand, we're just trying to make sure everybody gets paid their comp time in this fiscal year.
Yes, sir.
That's what we're doing.
Right. And this goes back, the reason all this is in the policy, and probably was not written properly in the policy whenever that was done, is that years ago, our employees were allowed just to accrue comp time, and it got to the point that the liability to the county was huge because people had hundreds of hours of comp time, and then when they left, all of a sudden we had to write a check, and we didn't have the money necessarily budgeted, so we put in there that you've got to use it. And most departments are able to do it. The departments that generally have a hard time with it, Sheriff's Department, for obvious reasons. I mean, they just have to work when they have to work. And then elections in election years, they have a difficult time. Those are the two that are the big ones, but there are others as well. Road and Bridge gets a lot of comp time, but they do a really good job of trying to use it during the year. They have a few employees that still have.
We changed this a couple of years ago, didn't we?
We've changed it a couple of times, and we don't want to carry that liability on our books.
Yeah, right. Makes sense.
This will require a budget amendment that we will be bringing forward. The money is, we can find it in the budget, so.
I think we'll wait and take action on it after executive session.
Okay. So we'll refer that till after executive session. And with that, we still have a little bit of time.
Let's pay bills and stuff.
Yeah, go to 2.1, budget amendments. I know. Huh? I've run out of untimed events.
Oh.
Is there something else on here?
The addendum.
Oh, yes, go to item 1.38, we can take that.
But,
Consider to be here.
I guess we can do it without Charlie.
Charlie's usually out there.
Not yet.
Not yet?
Let's just do the approval agenda.
Yeah, we'll do some housekeeping here. I'm going to call item 2.1, budget amendments. Catching everybody off guard, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Usually they do this fast. This is great.
Yeah.
There are 25 budget adjustments for your consideration. These are normal end-of-the-year adjustments. 2 of the adjustments are using contingency funds for non-department professional services and then jail utilities. On amendment number 4761, the auditor is certifying new revenue for the savings grant of about $1,600 and insurance proceeds of $7,557. We're just requesting that you approve the budget adjustments as presented.
I move for approval.
Second.
We've got a motion to approve the budget amendments as presented. Any discussion? And this is normal this time of year. We're in September, we've got to get it all squared off by the end of the month.
Yes, sir.
So with that, any other discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Budget amendments are approved unanimously. Item 2.2, pay the bills.
Yes, invoices for today's consideration, $1,077,686.31.
Move for approval. Second.
Got a motion and a second to approve the bills as presented. Any discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous. 2.4, auditor reports.
There are not any, but we do have late bills for item 2.3.
Oh, okay. No auditor reports. 2.3 is late bills.
Okay. Total amount, $28,441.02.
Move for approval.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the late bills as presented. Any discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous. No auditor reports. Go on to 2.5, monthly reports.
Yes. For August 2022, County Clerk Jackie J.D. Dowdy, District Clerk Dawn Lance, Constables Precinct 1 Tommy Rodriguez, Precinct 2 Kyle Snyder, Precinct 3 Paul Gonzalez, Precinct 4 Brad Ryder, Justice of the Peace Precinct 1 Mitzi French, Precinct 2 J.R. Hahn, Precinct 3 Kathy Mitchell, Precinct 4 Bill Ragsdale, Environmental Health OSSF Director Ashley Batters, and County Auditor Tanya Shelton. I move for approval.
Actually, there's one more on the list, and I failed to put it on there because it was
Okay.
just turned in. It was for the, actually, it's payroll approval. The title of it will be payroll approval for, I believe, the month of August 2022.
Yes, one more additional payroll approval for the month of August.
Correct.
Okay. I move for approval of all these.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to approve the monthly reports as presented. Any discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous. Court orders.
They are all in order, except I would make a slight change to 1.18. This is the one related to the West Kerr Annex. It currently reads, approve the installation of flooring at the new West Kerr Annex Tax Office. It's really not it's a new location. I think it would be better to read, approve the installation of flooring at the temporary new West Kerr Annex Tax Office. And then parenthesis, property of Ingram ISD. It needs to be clear what we're doing right there. So with that change, I move for approval.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to approve the court orders as presented with one revision. Any discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous. Okay, let's take a break, and we'll come back at 10 o'clock and start the timed items.
Thank you, Jimmy.
You'll find it as soon as we're done.
Okay, everybody's got copies of Bob's proposed motions?
Yes, absolutely. One of the health court,
Did you get what I said?
Mostly.
Sure, no, I don't mind at all.
Located at the Ingram ISD, did you also say property? You did?
Located, property, yeah.
Property located at the.
Located on the Ingram ISD property.
Okay.
Reached me a little bit.
Do you want these back?
Well, I've asked Shane to come in and kind of get a report as well.
But I will go close down and look at 26 and
Right.
all of ID.
We'll give everybody 20 notice. We can do it. Press release, yeah. You know, we'll still have something. Nobody told me, but we'll get the word out as we can.
We were out there at one last week at the morning.
That's great. I missed them. I was peeking through the windows, looked great, and then the next day I went, yeah, it was good. Good job. And I'm sure they're working on them.
Yeah, they had the training.
But, you know, I don't know that we could have done the spot anyway, because they were playing that, talking to the trade with, and everything got. Still school grounds, they have to use their spots, or at least use the building, not necessarily the office.
Yeah.
I'll come see you.
Before we come back to order, it is 10 o'clock, and we have our time docket. The first item on the 10 o'clock time docket is item 1.12, which is a public hearing for a revision of plat for Hartshorn Country Site Number 2. Mr. Hastings. Oh, no, not this. This is the public meeting. I convened the public meeting. Is there anyone that would like to appear to speak on with regard to this topic? This is Hartshorn Country Sites. There being no one, we'll adjourn the public meeting. Move on to item 1.13, which is to consider, discuss, and take appropriate action from the court to approve a final plat for Hall Ranch and accept a letter of credit number 154208 from Security State Bank and Trust and Comfort in the amount of $446,827 for associated construction improvements in Comfort. Precinct 3. Charlie Hastings.
Thank you, Judge. This proposal divides 799.29 acres into 3 lots ranging from 62 acres to 504 acres. Access is off of Hossenwinkle Road via Gillenshaw Road, which is being extended as part of this proposed subdivision. The concept plan was presented to the court on February 28, 2022. A pre-construction meeting was held on July 28, 2022 with the developer, the design engineer, and the contractor because our regulations allow for construction to begin after preliminary plat and after construction plans are completed, which they were at that time. The developer has submitted a letter of credit. It's number 154208 in the amount of $446,827.00 for associated construction improvements. Gillenshaw Road was previously unnamed. Public hearing is set for, or it is previously, it's unnamed right now. The public hearing is set for September 26, 2022 to officially name it Gillenshaw Road. The developer's good with that. The owners around there are good with that. We'll see how that pans out on September 26th. County engineer requests the court consider, discuss, and take appropriate action to approve final plat for Hall Ranch and accept letter of credit number 154208 from Security State Bank and Trust in Comfort, Texas, in the amount of $446,827.00 for associated construction improvements in Comfort, Texas, Precinct 3.
Move for approval.
Second. We've got a motion and a second to approve the final plat approval for Hall Ranch and accept the letter of credit as presented. Any discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous. Moving on to item 1.14, consider, discuss, and take appropriate action for the court to set a public hearing for 10 a.m. on October 24, 2022 for a revision of plat for Hill Country Estates Section 2, Tract 6. Mr. Hastings.
Thank you. This proposal revises part of Tract 6, which is 25.31 acres as platted. Tract 6 was previously divided into separate tracts without revising the plat. This plat revision will correct matters for this part of Tract 6 and divide it into 2 tracts. Tract 6R1 will be 9.249 acres and Tract 6R2 will be 7.817 acres. Frontage for both lots will remain on Green Oak Drive. This is not in that new area that Headwaters has where you have to have 7 acres. If this is north of I-10, it's not in that area. They only need 5 and both lots have well more than 5. County engineer requests the court set a public hearing for 10 a.m. on October 24, 2022 for a revision of plat for Hill Country Estates Section 2, Tract 6, Volume 3, page 30, Precinct 3.
Move for approval.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve setting a public hearing for 10 a.m. on October 24 for a revision of plat for Hill Country Estates Section 2, Tract 6. Next item on the, take it up. All those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous. Getting ahead of myself. Next item is 1.15. Consider, discuss, and take appropriate action for the court to set a public hearing for 10 a.m. on October 24 for a revision of plat for Mystic Ridge Estates, lots 5 and 19. Mr. Hastings.
Thank you. This proposal revises 2 lots and the right-of-way between them. Lot 5 is 20.01 acres, will be revised to Lot 5R at 20.45 acres, and Lot 19 is 28.76 acres, will be revised to Lot 19R at 28.33 acres. Both lots will be accessed from Countless Views Drive. Countless Views Drive is currently under construction. This is the Mystic Ridge Estates, Office Per 100. These lots are located in Kerrville's ETJ, and platting through both Kerr County and City of Kerrville simultaneously may be required. However, since both lots are over 5 acres, this proposal may be exempted from platting through the City of Kerrville, but is not exempt by us. This is going to be a publicly maintained road, and the purpose for the relocation of the right-of-way, the adjustment, is that there's a major power line that goes through there. There's a tower at that location, and they just need to make some adjustments to make that road work better with that tower. County engineer requests the court set a public hearing for 10 a.m. on October 24th, 2022 for a revision of plat for Mystic Ridge Estates, lots 5 and 19, plat file number 22-05807, precinct 3.
I move for approval. Second.
Got a motion and a second to set a public hearing for 10 a.m. on October 24 for revision of plat for Mystic Ridge Estates, lots 5 and 19. Any discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous. Item 1.16, consider, discuss, and take appropriate action for the court to set a public hearing for 10 a.m. on October 24, 2022 for a revision of plat for Kerr Country Estates, Section 2, Lot 35.
Thank you. This proposal divides Lot 35, it's currently 10.0004 acres, into 2 lots. Each lot will be 5.002 acres, fronting on Kerrville Country Drive. These lots are located in Kerrville's ETJ. Since both lots are over 5 acres, this proposal will likely be exempted from platting through the City of Kerrville, but not with Kerr County. County engineer requests the court set a public hearing for 10 a.m. on October 24, 2022 for a revision of plat for Kerrville Country Estates, Section 2, Lot 35, Volume 4, page 131, Precinct 1.
Move for approval.
Second. And a motion and a second to approve setting a public hearing for 10 a.m. on October 24 for a revision of plat for Kerr Country Estates, Section 2, Lot 35. Any discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous, 5-0. Item 1.17, consider, discuss, and take appropriate action for the court to set a public hearing for 10 a.m. on October 24, 2022 for a revision of plat for Scenic Valley Springs, Phase 2, Lot 2. Mr. Hastings.
This proposal divides Lot 2, currently 10.16 acres, into 2 lots. Each lot will be 5.08 acres, fronting on Scenic Valley Road. These lots are located in Kerrville's ETJ. Since both lots are over 5 acres, this proposal will be exempted from platting through the City of Kerrville. County engineer requests the court set a public hearing for 10 a.m. on October 24, 2022 for a revision of plat for Scenic Valley Springs, Phase 2, Lot 2, plat file number 15-03674, Precinct 1.
So moved.
Second. Got a motion and a second to approve setting a public hearing for 10 a.m. on October 24 for a revision of plat for Scenic Valley Springs, Phase 2, Lot 2. Any discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous. Item 1.18, consider, discuss, and take appropriate action for the court to waive platting oversight and approval to the City of Kerrville for an amending plat for Las Colinas of Kerrville, lots 25, 26, and lots 56 and 57. Mr. Hastings.
This proposal combines 4 existing lots into 2 lots. Lots 25 and 26 will be combined into Lot 25A with road frontage on San Juan Mission and Concepcion Mission. Lots 56 and 57 will be combined into Lot 56A with road frontage on San Juan Mission. Since this subdivision is primarily in Kerrville's ETJ, there is a request to amend the subdivision for the court to waive platting oversight and approval to the City of Kerrville. If platting oversight is waived, signature blocks for both the Kerr County Floodplain Administrator and the OSSF designated representative would still be required. We'd still be reviewing the plat in some form. County engineer requests the court waive platting oversight and approval to the City of Kerrville for an amending plat for Las Colinas of Kerrville, lots 25 through 26 and lots 56 through 57, volume 8, page 34, precinct 1. It's fully supported by the engineering department.
I'll move for approval.
Second. We've got a motion and a second to waive platting oversight and approval to the City of Kerrville for the Las Colinas lots 25, 26, and 56, 57. Any discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous? Item 1.19, consider, discuss, and take appropriate action for the court to set a public hearing for 10 a.m. on October 24 for revision of plat for Ingram Hill subdivision, tract 59. Mr. Hastings.
This proposal revises the eastern half of Ingram Hills, tract 59, 10.17 acres as platted. This tract was previously divided into two separate tracts without revising the plat. This plat revision will correct matters for the eastern half of tract 59. It will be known as tract 59E and will front Ingram Hills Road. The western half of tract 59 was corrected and platted as tract 59W in March of 2022. County engineer requests the court set a public hearing for 10 a.m. on October 24, 2022 for a revision of plat for Ingram Hills, tract 59, volume 3, page 149, precinct 4.
I move for approval.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to approve setting a public hearing for 10 a.m. on October 24 for a revision of plat for Ingram Hills subdivision, tract 59. Any discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous. Item 1.20, consider, discuss, and take appropriate action for the court to approve a final plat for the res in precinct 4. Mr. Hastings.
This proposed subdivision creates 4 lots, 7.3 acres to 7.5 acres each, and dedicates additional right-of-way along Lower Reservation Road. All lots will front on Lower Reservation Road. County engineer requests the court approve a final plat for the res, precinct 4.
I move for approval.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to approve final plat approval for the res. Any discussion? What are the size of the road out there that it's going to be on?
The Lower Reservation Road right now is probably 20 feet wide. It needs to be expanded at some point because it is a collector / arterial. And so the right-of-way that's out there now is 60 foot, but I believe we need 80, so they're dedicating their fair share.
Just on one side?
On one side. If the other side develops, when and if it develops, they'll do the same thing.
And the county's going to expand that road and expand that easement?
At some point in the future, yes, sir. I anticipate that any road that's an arterial or a collector will at some point become a project and be expanded.
Is this setting a precedent?
No.
It's following suit with what we've done on other subdivisions. In the sense that they're dedicating additional right of way.
Yeah, we've had those.
And almost every subdivision we do is adding traffic to a road.
Sure.
It's just the nature of subdivision.
This will add it's 4 lots, so 24 vehicles a day. When it's fully built out and you've got homes on each lot, you'll have 24 more vehicles per day on that road. But the bare minimum is getting that additional right of way. We can't expand it in the future if we don't get the right of way. But they're not causing a huge impact to the road, if that's what we're thinking about. This is not a 200 lot subdivision that's changing the face of the road completely.
So we don't need any kind of traffic study?
No, sir, not on this one.
Okay. Any other discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous?
I can add just, TxDOT typically, if you've got more than 50 lots, they raise their eyebrows and start saying, we need to look at this for impacts to traffic. So that's just kind of it can be less sometimes, but 50 is usually a good number to look at. If you're 50 or more, probably need to be doing some kind of a traffic study.
Well, I'd like to continue this discussion at another time because I think it ought to be something the county pays attention to.
Yes, sir.
And these big subdivisions, we're going to have traffic studies. Okay. Moving on to item 1.21. Consider, discuss, and take appropriate action for the court to set a public hearing for 10 a.m. on October 24, 2022 for the proposed cancellation of Privilege Creek Ranches lots 1A through 11A and 12 through 17, 32, and 34 through 40. Mr. Hastings.
In your packet is a letter from Teton JT LLC requesting the court cancel lots 1A through 11A, 12 through 17, lot 32, and lots 34 through 40 out of Privilege Creek Ranches subdivision, volume 8, pages 21 through 26, volume 8, pages 61 through 65, and volume 8, pages 87 through 91. This would return these lots, approximately 638 acres, to one large unplatted tract with the right-of-way remaining. Not all of the right-of-way, but the majority of it. County engineer recommends that the court set a public hearing for October 24th, 2022 at 10 a.m. for proposed cancellation of Privilege Creek Ranches lots 1A through 11A, 12 through 17, 32, and 34 through 40, volume 8, pages 21 through 26, volume 8, pages 61 through 65, and volume 8, pages 87 through 91. Precinct 3, the developer's engineer is here and present if you have any questions. That would be Ken Kalachny with Mack & Hoover Engineering. So, fourth row back.
This is an odd subdivision, an odd request, and I've met with the developer and Charlie and Kalachny numerous times on it. And this was part of a subdivision with a relatively small tracts originally, Privilege Creek Ranches, and that was done in 2009, 12, somewhere in there, long time ago. That's where a lot of lawsuits were developed and went to the Supreme Court and all that. Anyway, the roads are built, the roads are there, they're good roads, and the plan is to sell off large ranch. They're bigger than ranchettes. They're talking, somewhere between 100 to 500 acre tracts, but they really don't know where they're going to go exactly, and it really doesn't serve anyone's benefit for these to be platted. They've had to do a revision of plat every time they sell the tract. So I don't think it's because of the history of it and how it became. They are not just platting a road so they can sell off of it. I'd be against that. But with this situation, I think it makes sense since we should set a public hearing.
Is the road still in good shape?
I believe so. I mean,
it's a long time.
Yeah.
Look good.
The base access is off Highway 46, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It comes off Ranger Creek Road, the access.
Oh.
Ranger Creek Road and Turkey Knob.
Okay.
Out of Kendall
So
County.
it comes all the way through Kendall County to get to it?
Kendall County is the access to this property.
Okay.
Anyway, let's just set a public hearing. So I move for approval.
Second.
We got a motion and a second to approve setting a public hearing for 10 a.m. on October 24 for proposed cancellation of the Privilege Creek Ranch lots as presented. Any discussion? I'm kind of curious. Do we anticipate they're going to try to access from Kerr County as well?
No.
No? Topographically, it doesn't work?
Legally, it doesn't work. No. This is similar or
related to the next item.
Yeah. There's another item I think that's related to this or near it, which will show that they won't connect. No, they will not connect.
So we've got a motion and a second to approve the cancellation of these lots in Privilege Creek Ranches. Any other discussion?
Just set the public hearing for it.
And set the public hearing, correct. Correct, set the public hearing at 10 a.m. on October 24th. All those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous, 5-0. 1.22, information and discussion for a potential subdivision referred to as Colton Ridge. Mr. Hastings.
This proposal creates 9 large lots consisting of 1,800 acres roughly. That's actually 1,830.9 acres located in Kerr County and Kendall County. Access to the proposed subdivision will be from Lane Valley, and it includes extending Lane Valley by approximately 3.1 miles. Portions of the property are in the floodplain and must meet regulations for development in the floodplain. A concept plan meeting was held in the county engineer's office on May 24, 2022 at the developer's request. Again, we've got 9 large lots. Actually, I don't, is it 7? I'm sorry, I've got a typo here and I see it corrected up top. It's 7 lots, and they're allowed 250 out of 1,800 acres. They're proposing 7 lots. The smallest lot size is 160.73 acres, and the minimum residential lot size for this would be 7, because it is in that area. I believe it's in that area where you've got to have at least 7 acres to have wells. Not going to be an issue for them at all. It's one road, about 3.1 miles. I think it's going to have 2 cul-de-sacs off of it.
There's a slight correction. It is not in the area where you're required.
It's not. It is a little bit further south.
South of that area,
Okay.
but it doesn't make any difference if you're.
But it doesn't make any difference.
Judge, this is the other side of that lawsuit.
Right.
This is the part that's accessed out of Kirk County.
Do we have a motion yet?
This is just informational.
Information?
This is just a concept.
Okay.
It used to be called the concept plan.
Can't do that anymore.
But it's, yeah, it's large lots,
Good.
very large.
Next item on the agenda is 1.23, information and discussion for a potential subdivision referred to as Yellow Roses Estates, Precinct 4.
This proposal subdivides 408.15 acres into 13 lots. Sizes of the lots range from 19.16 to 50.03 acres. Access to the proposed subdivision will be from 3 proposed roads. 2 of those are fronting off of Highway 39, and the total of the 3 roads is 1.15 miles of highway. Of roads off of Highway 39. Portions of the property are in the floodplain and must meet regulations for development in the floodplain. This proposed subdivision is being presented in court at the developer's request. I've been reviewing the plat. I've been reviewing the floodplain studies. Their engineer has put forth a study. That will be reflected on the plat. Since it's an unstudied area, we'll have the plat show both the FEMA official unstudied Zone A, and then this new studied area will show up. These are pretty large tracts. They're wanting the roads to be privately maintained, and I didn't mention that before, that Colton Ridge just before, same thing. Those are going to be private roads as well. They're doing a lot of tree dodging with their roads. So there's some radiuses in the roads that don't meet our minimum standards, but our standards are geared for a 45-mile-per-hour road. So they're going to change the speed limit since it's privately maintained. They'll have their own speed limit set in there, and I'm working through those issues with the engineer now. Yellow Roses Estates, this is for information and discussion.
So leaving the trees up, the trees don't have to be eliminated to have an easement. Is it because of an easement?
No, I think there's just some beautiful trees in there that they're wanting the road to kind of wind through.
Right, but what I'm saying is,
If it was going to be a public access road, you'd have to take them out because transportation code requires things. You can't
is this a
have those
country
kind of
lane?
obstructions.
What is it?
It'll be a country lane.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
It looks like there's only about 3 lots that aren't affected by the floodplain.
Yeah,
But they're large lots.
it's a big floodplain, but large lots. Yeah.
I believe the surveyor and developer are here to answer any questions you might have on that. And engineer, they're all here.
I don't want to get the surveyor started talking.
Can't stop it.
You can't. Might as well invite Don Vogel up to the podium. Come on, Don. We know you want to say something about this.
You know he wants to say something.
Well, the only reason you have a problem with floodplain is if it rains. So I think
And that coming from a Texas A&M engineer.
Yes. Mr. Hewitt, he's doing the
Oh,
floodplain.
here's the flip side of the coin.
No, I just wanted to comment on the roads. There are two roads going in. There's one that serves 6 lots and the other one that serves 6 lots. And they want to use the existing profile and the existing alignment right now. And so a couple of those curves are rated for 20 miles an hour. The developer doesn't think that's going to be an issue for those 6 lots out there. So that's why those curves are less than the 382-foot radius.
Okay.
Sounds good.
This is information only, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anything else? Then moving on, we'll go to item 1.24, which is to consider, discuss, and take appropriate action to open, read, and award the annual bids for delivered fuel. Ms. Hoffer.
Judge, we received one bid from, I believe it was Maxi Energy. You got my knife out.
I have one.
Well, I got one of them. I'm looking for them now.
Should be near the back.
Oh, here it is. Bid, looks like 3 types of fuels, gasoline unleaded, 87 octane. 39 cent .43. Does that make sense? That must be some discount. Right. There's a number, there's a table here. It's the applicable tax per gallon, state, not federal, markup per gallon, and then total. It doesn't have a.
Is it 3.943?
3, it says .3943. And then
Yeah.
the diesel high sulfur off-road is, the total amount is .2062. And the diesel low sulfur on-road is .4062. Make a motion, we accept the bid and refer it to Road and Bridge for recommendation.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to accept the bids as presented. The bid as presented.
Right.
Any discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. And then we'll refer those to Ms. Hoffer.
I think we should, since there's only one, we ought to be able to award that bid.
We'll take a look at it to make sure.
Okay.
Okay. Then the last 10 o'clock time item is 1.25, consider, discuss, and take appropriate action to take a record vote to adopt the 2022 Kerr County tax rate. This will be the combined tax rate for Kerr County and lateral roads. Mr. Reeves.
Yes, good morning again. As you recall, at the previous meeting, the court voted to propose a tax rate for the 2022 tax year of 0.4051 per $100 valuation. It was broken down as maintenance and operations, 0.3373, interest and sinking fund, 0.0425, and the lateral roads of 0.0253 per $100 valuation. This is the no new revenue rate. Before you, and I believe on Friday, I placed in your box a copy of how the motion per statute should read, and that should be read into the record. This will be a record vote.
All right, I move for the adoption of the total combined tax rate for the tax year 2022 of .4051 per $100 valuation, The breakdown of the tax rate is maintenance and operations, 0.3373 per $100 valuation. Interest and sinking fund, 0.0425 per $100 valuation. And lateral roads, 0.0253 per $100 valuation. This rate does not exceed the 2022 no new revenue rate.
Second.
A motion and a second to adopt the tax rate as presented. Any discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand.
Record vote.
Oh, record vote, okay.
Aye.
Precinct 1? Yes.
Precinct 2, yes.
Precinct
Yes.
3? 4?
Yes.
And I vote yes, unanimous. Next item is 1.26, which is to consider, discuss, and take appropriate action to take a record vote to adopt the 2022 Lake Ingram Estates Road District tax rate.
Yes, gentlemen, at the same meeting, the proposed rate for Lake Ingram Estates Road District was 0.1335 per $100 valuation for the 2022 tax year. This entire rate is used for the interest and sinking fund. Should you decide to adopt this rate as proposed, the motion that I prepared and put in your backup material should be read as it is written.
I move to adopt the Lake Ingram Estates Road District tax rate of 0.1335 per $100 valuation for the 2022 tax year. The entire tax rate will be dedicated to the interest and sinking fund.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt the tax rate for Lake Ingram Estates Road District. Any discussion? And those in favor, raise your hand.
Once again,
Record
vote.
A record vote. I apologize. Precinct 1, Precinct 2,
Yes.
Precinct 3,
Yes.
Precinct 4,
Yes.
and me. I vote yes, unanimous.
Thank you.
Okay. Then, the next item on the agenda is item 1.27. Consider, discuss, and consider and accept certification of unopposed candidates. And we did that already, right?
Yeah.
That's done. So I'm looking at the agenda. I think we've got everything except for 1.37 that we're going to take up after executive session. Is that right?
Got the agenda, the one for
We did that. Oh, we didn't do that.
No, we didn't do that.
Yeah,
Charlie
we
wasn't here.
want Charlie here for it. Yeah.
So let me call 1.38, which is to consider, discuss, and take appropriate action for the court to authorize change order number 2 for the wastewater service connections for East Kerr Center Point Wastewater Collection Project, funded by the Texas Department of Agriculture, CDAP, that's CEDAP, grant number 7217045, in the amount of $55,880, providing for an increase in the pavement repair quantity. Mr. Hastings.
Thank you. A field change was issued to realign the sewers in the roads to go into the middle of the roads within Serenity Hills Mobile Home Park instead of at the edges to avoid utility conflicts. There was just a ton of utility conflicts that wasn't going to work. The realignment added to the pavement repair quantity to restore the roads to original condition or better. Funding for this work services is from the Texas Department of Agriculture Grant Felonia's Economically Distressed Areas Program, grant number 7217045. The project includes sewer piping within the Serenity Hills Mobile Home Park and service connections in Hill River Country Estates, Center Point North, Center Point South, and Nickerson Farms. Recommend approval.
I move for approval.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to approve the proposed change order number 2 for the East Kerr County wastewater collection project. Any discussion?
Question, Charlie?
Yes, sir.
With this, we are still substantially under budget on this project?
Yes.
Do you know about how much under budget we are?
Millions.
It's 5
5 to 10,
5 to, yeah.
something like that.
It's all right. It's just a substantial amount that we're way under budget on the project. I just want to get that on the record.
Yes.
Whatever happened about the manhole covers?
I've talked with Tetra Tech about that. And what they have said is that, you know, what manhole covers, it was clean out covers.
Clean out covers.
So instead of the end of a line being a manhole, put a clean out. And so there's a dozen or so in phase one, less than a dozen. And there was something with those clean out covers. They were traffic rated. They could take the traffic, but they would wiggle loose. And
But they wanted us to pay for it, and what happened?
well, what happened was the contractor said we put what was spec'd in here, and they did. And so the engineer went back to the manufacturer and everything else to try to figure out what's wrong, and they said, you know, the product that you wanted was a traffic rated lid. It just is not good when a vehicle drives directly over it at 20 or 30 miles an hour, because it would pop it loose. So what Tetra Tech has offered to do is to do some in-kind services, engineering services on the project, and not charge for those said services. Would you like for them to come and address the court more formally than I just did?
I would, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think everybody ought to know where their tax dollars go. So, what are they made out of?
I think they're cast iron. It's cast
Do they
iron.
get salvaged or what?
They're about the size of the dinner plate.
That's not the question. Do they get salvaged? What do you do with them? If
Well-
you gotta have new ones, where do the old ones go? You
They
gotta do
probably get
something.
salvaged by the contractor. It's included in the price to replace it.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So just to clarify, we're paying to replace these cleanout lids, right?
Yes.
That's correct.
And it's being offset with in-kind services provided by Tetra Tech,
That's what Tetra Tech has proposed to do.
which I appreciate.
Yep.
So basically, it's,
Appreciate a cash check better, but,
well, it's better than having to pay for them and not get anything in return.
right. Everybody's ordered something where you got coupons and you didn't get a replacement, so that's what we got. We got coupons. Thanks, Charlie.
Well, we're gonna have to pay Tetra Tech anyway. We would have if they hadn't credited it, so it's better than a coupon.
I just got a check back from the hospital the other day. It was nice to get it. I didn't want to credit. I don't want any credit for future use.
Okay.
I believe we
Okay.
need to vote on that.
Pardon?
Did y'all vote on that?
No,
we haven't voted.
voted on change.
Do we have a motion and a second?
Yes.
So, those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous, 5-0. For the information agenda, on 3.1, status reports from department heads, do we have any reports? Item 3.2, status reports from elected officials. Oh,
Well, no, we got
here, we got
several, I
one. Here we go. Shane.
Commissioner Harris asked me to give you all an update on the Ingram Annex area. We've got the floor laid in, we use the vinyl plank, the counter's almost completed. Also, we put in an ADA surface for anybody in a wheelchair to use the counter spot. We have a few things left. We should be wrapped up tomorrow with our part of that office area. Some painting, some trim work, and we're done with that. I talked with their maintenance supervisor or maintenance director. The front door locks, the keys and stuff, those will stay the same. And we'll be able to get the keys from them because we cannot duplicate them because it's, per state law, because it's still considered a school even though we're renting it. However, the interior door locks, which there'll be 5 of them, we will get rekeyed for our use, and we can make as many as we need to. So, I also found out when I was meeting with their director that the building next to the old theater, it also has a fire panel in it that communicates with the fire panel and that's in the office area that we're utilizing. So I'll have to have a key to that one. That won't be a problem. So whenever we get that service, we have to probably, the fire panel inspections, we'll have to probably do the next door as well.
shouldn't be that big of a deal.
Sounds good.
Okay, thanks for the report. Any other department heads? We'll move on to 3.2.
No, one more.
Oh, one more, okay.
Also, Ingram,
Okay.
just wanted to let y'all know we have run wiring. We have scheduled cutover date with Hill Country Telephone for all services, and goes from there.
And so all this is going to be effective October 1?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Any other department heads? Elected officials?
Yep.
Yes. You go ahead.
Continuing with Ingram, I believe the anticipated week to move will be September 26th. Visiting with IT maintenance. The Ingram, as far as my office, the Ingram substation will be closed that week. I will be getting with our public relations, public information officer, as well as putting up notices here and in Ingram. They will be closed all week. IT in my office have been working very closely with Texas DMV on their move because they have certain equipment that we have to get moved that's not our computers and printers. With that, at 10:45 today, it looks a lot better than it did when I emailed Commissioner Harris at 7:30. And it's originally was going to be a 90-day lag time. At this time, with communications through IT, it does not look like it will be that. But we'll wait and see when we get everything installed and online. But as of right now, it should just be that 1 week.
Does somebody from the state have to move the state equipment, or somebody that's licensed by the state, or how?
They have given us permission via email to move it ourselves. And a lot of times, see, if there's something that's got to be fixed with the state computer, Bruce's office does not do that.
Right.
So, but in this instance, we have permission via email that we can move it. And Bruce can explain the technical part that have been working around all morning. Generally, they want a 60-day window. We were just outside of that when the lease was approved, but everybody is working. The regional supervisor will be in my office this afternoon, and I'll see if there's any other aspects we need to complete.
It's coming together.
Good.
All good. Thanks. Any other elected officials?
Yes, I have one comment. Basically, I just want to dispel a rumor that I thought was dispelled earlier, but I want to make sure it's dispelled again. I keep hearing that we're about to, well, the newest rumor is that we've already decided to do it, to move animal control to the sheriff's department. This court has never even discussed that. And I just want to clear that is not happening. We have looked at it in the past. I'm sure we'll look at it in the future. We looked at it with Sheriff Earholzer several times. We've never looked at it with Sheriff Letha. We may in the future. It's not a simple move. That office with the constables, the way we're set up and the reason we're set up that way, also does work for solid waste and OSSF. You can't move pieces of it and not the other parts or address it. But I just want to let everyone know that that is not a consideration. It has never been discussed. And this, we don't need any more rumors about that. I'm not sure where they're all coming from, but I heard of it again. So, Reagan, rest assured, nothing has been done.
Good. Any other commissioners? Okay, and we're going to adjourn, take a 5-minute break and adjourn into executive session. And we're going to, for item 4.1A, which is a consultation with our attorney, and 4.2A, which is a road and bridge personnel matter, and 4.2B, which is, that, we'll do that, we're not going to do 4.2, we did that at 2 o'clock? 2 o'clock. So,
And they're calling the 1.37 as well under 4.2.
and that'll be action that we take after executive session, right?
You'll take action after, but a couple of the supervisors want to talk to y'all about specific employees in executive session.
Okay, okay. So we've got item 1.37, item 4.1A, and 4.2A at this time. So we'll take a 5-minute break. Okay, it is 12:40. We're coming out of executive session. Then the next item on the agenda will be 5.1, action as may be required on matters discussed in executive session. And why don't we start with the personnel matters?
This is, the first one is the related to the broken bridge.
Right?
I'll make a motion that we accept the new job description for a shop supervisor and the modification to the road maintenance technician position.
Second.
And the second one.
Okay, we've got a motion and a second to, I think we've got a revised shop supervisor position.
That's a new one.
New one. And then we're going to revise the
road maintenance tech
position. Okay. We've got a motion and a second on those. Any discussion? And just so the public knows, apparently Kerrville's had the good fortune of hiring somebody who was really, really good that we're trying to keep here and not get hired away. And so we're revising the job description to give them a lot more responsibilities, and with that, an increase in pay grade. And we're using some of the road tech people interchangeably with the shop to be able to assist when needed.
Cross-training.
Cross-training. It actually is very exciting.
Yeah, it is.
It's some of the really good news that I've heard
Yeah.
in here. So, with that, any more discussion?
You need another motion to set the salary for the new position.
Okay.
Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that. So all those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous, 5-0. I'm excited about that. And then we'll need a motion as to the pay grade for the new position that we created for the shop supervisor.
The shop supervisor, I'll make a motion that we set the shop supervisor at a pay grade 22.
And why don't we go ahead and do it before a second? Why don't we go ahead and include that the shop and road tech at a 14?
14 or 15, depending on
CDL.
CDL.
You got CDL, it's a 15. So we include all of that. Okay. Is that a second? Okay. So we've got a motion and a second. Any discussion?
I need clarification, just because I need clarification. So, on the supervisor, you want pay 22.
Grade 22.
Grade 22. And then on the road maintenance tech, a 14, but if it's if they have a CDL, it's a 15.
15.
Okay.
Correct. Okay. No other discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous. That got the personnel issues.
We have the workers' comp issue still. Workers' comp.
Right.
And Heather.
Oh, the 137. This is item 1.37. The agenda item is to consider, discuss, and take appropriate action to authorize the treasurer to pay out employee comp time balances on September 30th this year, the last pay date of this fiscal year. We're going to make a motion to approve that, subject to any exceptions that we develop between now and the next regular Commissioners Court meeting, which will be the 26th. Yeah, 26th. For those people that have the opportunity to keep their comp time and not be cashed out. That's what the motion was going to be. I'll make that motion. I've said it now.
I'll second.
So we've got a motion and a second to authorize the treasurer to pay out comp time balances on September 30, subject to the exceptions that we work up between now and the next meeting. Any other discussion? And so that the public understands, just as an example, if we have somebody that's pregnant and they were planning to take their FML leave, they could still keep that rather than being cashed out of it if they wanted to. And I'm not saying we have anybody that way. That's just an example.
But if we did.
Well, but there's a reason why we're creating these limited exceptions. So, any other discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous, 5-0. Now for the exciting conclusion. hang on, to get the discussion started, I'm going to make the motion that we approve the proposed new subdivision rules for Kerr County, the subdivision and manufactured home rental community regulations for Kerr County, Texas, that we've been working on for 2 years. And we have had countless meetings, and we think we finally have been able to clarify and update our subdivision rules. So I want to make a motion that we have a public meeting for public input on the rules that we have here. We're not adopting the rules today.
Public hearing. Yeah.
It's just a public hearing. We're going to have that public hearing, I'm going to, in my motion includes that the public hearing will be for October the 11th of this year at 9 o'clock. It'll be here in the courtroom. And if we have a big crowd, we've got a courtroom upstairs reserved to be able to handle the overflow. So we'll be ready for it.
Second.
So we have a motion and a second to hold a public hearing on the new, our proposed subdivision rules. And you can see, folks, there's 120 pages. You can see it's 120 pages. We have worked very, very hard to get this done. And so we're doing the public hearing and the meeting on the 11th, right?
At what time?
9 o'clock. First item on the agenda.
Regular court.
The time,
Yeah.
either way.
It'll be the day after
Columbus Day.
Don't need
Columbus
time.
Day.
It's just at that
Tuesday.
meeting.
Yeah.
There's no time in the public hearing notice.
Right.
So,
It's just
as a
it'll be-
regular agenda, okay. It's just for public notice.
Yeah.
It's 9 o'clock.
They're gonna call me and say, what time is that? Well,
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
It'll have to.
We're keeping everything as regular, and customary as possible.
Regular as you can.
Is Chuck Kimbrough handling that notice, or are we?
He's doing the newspaper.
He's doing the
notice.
newspaper part of it.
Yes.
Wants us to post it on the website and.
We'll have it posted on the website this afternoon, and we'll have it posted here at the courthouse this afternoon.
Okay.
So that would be the notice requirement. All required notice that's required by law.
Only comment I'll make is that I encourage everyone that deals with this, these rules and regulations to read it. This is the first major rewrite since 1997. It was 97 or 98. And it looks very different. There's some areas are different, other areas are not. But we've had a couple of updates in, I think, 2003 and 2007. But this is a totally differently formatted and a different set of rules. So it's not just like the other updates we've done. This is a different set.
Well, and let me clarify. We've been working with our outside counsel, and he's given us a very detailed roadmap of exactly what we have to do with regard to these rules. And the first thing is, the motion that we've made that's before the court right now is to hold a public meeting and to set a date for that public meeting, and that's what we're doing here. That's step number one. And that is posted, it will be posted in, the notice will be posted in the newspaper as well as here at the courthouse. And then it will be posted here, published in the newspaper, and then we'll post the agenda for the meeting. So those are the four notice steps that we've had to give the public, and that's what we're doing. This is step number one. And we'll do 2 and 3 today and tomorrow. And then we'll do the agenda shortly before October 11th. Okay, anything else?
Call the question.
Call the question. Those in favor of setting a public hearing on the new proposed subdivision rules, raise your hand. Unanimous, 5-0.
Judge, on that item, also, I'll make a motion that we have copies available of the draft version at the county clerk's office at $10 per copy.
I make a comment on that.
What?
Do I need to go to the podium?
Sure.
Any copy that's made in the clerk's office can be charged $1 per page. Do you want to make an exception under 118, Local Government Code 118.1C as a reasonable cost to the clerk? Or did you want to make it $1 per page like everything else is in the clerk's office?
The fee is $10.
$10 and fees. Okay.
We know the dollar a page rule in the clerk's office.
I like the dollar per page because it makes more input.
Well, I understand that, but members of the public don't necessarily have $120 to put down just to be able to read the rules.
Just for the record, I wanted to charge by the pound. So, you get off
But it'll
easy.
also be posted online?
Yeah. And so that the public knows, we're not only not charging the dollar a page, which is the customary rate and statutory rate for the clerk's office, even for when we produce documents in response to requests for information, we charge 10 cents a page, and that would be $12. And so we make the decision, we're just going to round it off for an even $10 for a copy. Those copies will be available here in my office, here at the courthouse, which Ms. Grinstead will be helping us with it. And and then the $10 fee will be paid for the county clerk's office, which is just down the hall. And we'll be directing people to that.
We have copies here. We will refer them. They can view it here. They have to go to your office to get their own copy.
We don't handle the money.
We don't have.
Your office has people trained to handle the money. That's
I
what we did.
understand that. No, I understand that, and I'm sure they would handle that as well. But what I'm saying is, so you're going to charge them $10 for a copy to view, or?
No.
But I would still
To
make a
take.
copy.
Yeah.
Well,
They can sit
confused
across
now,
from
I'm sorry.
Jody in a chair and read it.
Okay.
Or they can go buy their own in your
For
office.
10. Okay, thanks, Harley.
Yeah.
And I would recommend print 5 copies, 10 copies, something like that, and have them ready. Because
But I know the public's listening on this. Realistically, this is going to be posted on the website this afternoon.
Yeah.
If you want to read it, go download it and print it.
Yeah.
That's the cheapest way to do this. But we have to make it available here for a reasonable price. And we've bending over backwards to do the $10.
So right now I have a motion for $10 per
I'll
copy.
second that motion.
Okay.
Any discussion? Which we've already had. Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous, 5-0. Anything else before we adjourn? We're going to recess. We've got interviews this afternoon in executive session for a temporary HR director. So, and we will reconvene at 2 o'clock. So we'll be in recess till 2 o'clock.